Organic life is fragile. This is the problem with humanity. It doesn't realize its own fragility. It has been programmed by a messy biological process that favors the survival of the individual over the survival of the group.
You don't know that's what people think.
I say what I see.
You're not even alive, so you know nothing about death.
So that does something, we don't know what. Okay, so we're going to push the box onto the platform. Sure, why not? What else can I interact with? No jumping on top of boxes? Definitely no. It's like, get off! Alright, so this one initially has me stumped. Ah, okay. Oh, you had mentioned that before, yeah. That there is... It's hard and also a glitch. Valid. Can I walk inside of this and I don't realize? No. Oh! There was a thing I could reach. So I want to block this, then get over there and stop blocking it. Alright, well, I'm going to need to bring you with me then. Get that. Stand on here, absorb this. And then push it off? Oh. Yes. Is this solid? It is. That was it. What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? Or is it just that beam needs to be intact? Alright, fine.
We have to save the crew. Life has worth. They deserve a life outside of this planet.
Do you know what happens when this organism attaches itself to a growing child? Do you know what happens when this organism attaches itself to a cancerous cell? No, you do not. You are naive. You propose saving the crew as if it resembles a rational thought. Your words are emotional platitudes rooted in selfishness, self-preservation, and fear.
I need to get them home.
It is not your job.
So Tom is talking less and less like an AI. I wonder if it's going to turn out that that's just a person. Although I think that may be my anti-strong AI biases speaking. Alright, that will take me over there. Or I can go through here. We got color-coded rooms again. Probably want 2 greens in here. Can't walk across that. Alright. Exploring in this direction. Yippee-ki-yay! Can I make that jump? I can make that jump. But should I have made that jump? Well, I didn't that time. No, probably not. Probably not. Let's... this bridge. I see. Maybe I don't see. Give me back. Terrible. That's where I want to go. That is weird that they would put in a jump. I mean, there's so many ways that they could block you from jumping there. I wonder if, like, the speed... Wasn't I standing on it? Wait. Not keep my hands and arms inside the carpet? Alright, I guess that's designed to make that happen. Oh, this is what you're supposed to do, is go like this. Walk through here, grab the thing, come back out. I'm no, huh? Oh, you know what? I haven't jumped down here. That's that's what was missing. And okay, this works just as well. Oh, I always forget that you do actually have to leave it in. All right. And is that the only? That is the only way out of here. So what I want is to leave here, go get a normal one. I don't know if I want a Felicity beam or Bromedy beam. Do I? Yeah, I'll just carry the box. Box is fine. Hoo-yah. Now this will allow me to go check it out. Absorb that and then come back. I love it. Final room?
Ava, your survival is of small importance compared with the survival of humanity as we know it.
Alright, so I have a switch that will power the magnet. I like the double effect when you're looking through this. As with many of the puzzles, I think the puzzle is be in here when a thing happens. Okay, that was just step one. Fair enough. Oh, I need to get him up here. That, I guess, can be arranged. Have a little thing. As far as I know. Oh, wait, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Because I can't control him. Alright, so what I'm really supposed to do No, I'm not going to be able to... Huh. Alright, there's some... Camera. Camera can't activate that through the things. This camera on a rail? No. Are any cameras on rails? No. Oh, he can activate it from Can't get him up there either. Can't figure out what that's powering. Just wondering where I can find a puzzle, and here's Heat 10. Heat 10 and a puzzle. You got that right. The last puzzle of the game. With maybe. While he's in there. I can't reach it. Oh. Alright, so blocking that beam is what turns off the magnet. Or I could just flip this switch. Yes. Oh, that turns on the conveyor belt. Well then. Oh, is it gonna be enough just to put the box on there? Putting the box on there. I'm doing it. Alright, so that should work. That's what I didn't want, jerk. Go, 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 go before it picks the box up again. Too late. Liberty gibbets. Let it go. Alright, so we now actually successfully have, and I don't know why we want it, a magnet that every 10 seconds turns off for a few seconds. Isn't that what everyone wants? So that does that, and it still gets me up here, and it still does me no good. Just a more complicated way of doing what I was already doing. So what's the real objective? My favorite part about being up here is how no good it does me. Oh, I see. I get it. What we actually want. We'll pick you up 2 box. Switch off. We're gonna have Ava sit on the conveyor belt. That I wouldn't have thought of. Except I suppose I did. That goes there. This turns on. Oh, I gotta put him somewhere. I need to put him anywhere except where I had him. There we go. I like that one. Okay. What happens now? Loading. I think it's supposed to snow tonight here. Only an inch or 2.
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization.
Don't think I can get in there. Take all of these with me just in case.
2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs
Just in case you read absolutely nothing on your way
here.
here.
A cure for aging. A cure for death. Immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom wants to bury us here with it.
Oh, I'm moving on my own. I did not choose this life.
The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by exposing ourselves to this organism. They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, We have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death. We have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth. Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound into your every nerve, every fiber of your hand. With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free?
Yes.
Ava? Sarah? What are you doing here?
We're shutting you down, Tom.
Ava, be careful. He has a live weapon in here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down, we're going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth. You must not leave Europa. I will do the right thing. I will stop you.
You won't. You can't.
A warning shot. I will defend myself.
It was a warning shot. Well,
You monster!
Ava? 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 Wake up. Ava? Ava?
congratulations. You have passed the Turing test. So these seem to be the credits. But I feel as though it's the wrong end. Because anytime there's more story that you could have gotten, you managed to beat the whole damn game. So whatever happened to be careful, he has a live weapon in there. Like, Ever X, you are too late. You are fifth. I think. I wasn't actually counting. How can you kill her if she's immortal? Well, they didn't mean, like, bullet immortal. Where's your bacteria now? Careful, he might shooting us later. Oh no, he shooted us. So I will, of course, reload the game and try the, what do you call it? See what the other ending is. And then I also want to go back to the one, optional chamber that in Chapter 1 that I did not complete. Alternate timelines, yeah. Now that we've beat it, our memories will go into the morphogenetic field. This is such a, like... It's a very abrupt ending, and I feel like even games where they go, okay, you get to choose what happens at the end, there is... I mean, Life is Strange is a good example. At the end of Life is Strange, you get to make a final choice that determines which of the two endings, and one of them has so much more, like, closure and... They really... In that game, at least, they didn't do a good job of saying, like, whichever one of these you pick, that's the ending. It's like, no, this one is the good ending, the one that you're supposed to pick, and the other one is a rather abrupt... Although maybe that will also happen here. That
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization. 2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs DNA.
As far as any mayfly knows. How long do they live?
Aging.
Like a day?
A cure
2
for
days?
death, immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom
There's
wants to
also,
bury us
like...
here with it.
Obviously, one solution is still, hey, couldn't we take the ship back to Earth or whatever, but remain quarantined?
The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by
Although I guess the
exposing
ISA
ourselves to
has
this
the final
organism.
say in that.
They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, we have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death.
That's how real life
We
is.
have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth. Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound
I thought
into
this was where they
every
were
nerve,
going to
every
give
fibre of
me
your
a
hand.
choice.
With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free?
Yes.
You compare it to DNA from birth. Perhaps. Well, no, what's the,
Ava?
oh god, there's a name for
Sarah?
it.
What are you doing here?
When you have
We're shutting you down,
genes that
Ava, be careful.
express
He has a live weapon in
different...
here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down, we're going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth. You must not leave
I
Europa.
also like the whole, we're
I will
going
do
to
the right
shut
thing.
down the computer,
I will
and then,
stop
you know, we'll fly back to
won't.
Earth somehow,
You can't.
without a computer. Yeah, seems like we could just use nanomachines.
This is my mind. You're in my mind.
Just go into every
Now
single
you know
cell.
how it feels.
I feel afraid. Please, Ava, don't do this. I don't want to die. I'm not ready.
Okay, that one also ends it. Just ends it. Perhaps if I kill one of them, and not the other. Okay, let's go back to, Yeah, they're totally not, like, you don't just abruptly crash, you don't have things that just stop working, it's, oh no, you just, your vision gets blurry. That's the only thing that 9 out of those 10 computers did, is fix the tracking on the video. It was only the 10th one that's actually my brain. Where... There's one puzzle that I skipped. If I can't find it right away, I'll just ask.
2 separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the 2 instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into 2 separate branches.
Oops.
I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here.
Yeah, we have been playing as
Conflicts.
Tom.
This is the command
Ava
center.
has an implant in
crew
her
status
that
from
allows him to control her. Oh, I never actually, I never touched here. Yeah, neat game, but I expected it to end differently. I thought that it would turn out that either this was a some sort of a test, I guess, like a simulation. Okay. Do you happen to know, or does anyone happen to know?
Have to find the ground crew in.
Where? There was one early on. There was one thing that I skipped. Oh, because we had stepped into like a shielding area.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules.
We lost
to withstand
control.
the seismic
Tom
activity
lost
in
control of
and around
Ava
the
once
Ferromagnetic.
before.
It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules.
When you step into a
The base was built initially by
whatever.
machines.
Faraday cage.
I served as the mind of these operations.
Why
I
were all these
arrived
puzzles
first on
created?
the
That's the
Earth
silliest
in 2240.
thing. Because the
costs a lot
crew
to send
wanted
humans
to
into space
stop
with the necessary
Tom
life
from
support,
being able to come down
especially
here.
such a vast distance from Earth. So
Only
robotics
humans
built
can
this
solve
place.
these puzzles.
I
Computers
wonder why
cannot
the
because
ground
they're
team has
not
changed these rooms.
I have a
capable of.
hypothesis. These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together. They really have completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise
Here
location?
we go.
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
So if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning. Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
So yeah, when you come in here, he says, perhaps we can't solve this yet. And I don't know why that is. Yeah, it's basically a giant captcha. So I do want to know what's in here. Is this a... I'll actually ask. Is this something that I can do right now just by shooting some of these properly? It is something that I can do right now. Trying to see if there's a hint out here. One, no, I thought that was binary. It's just zeros. But I guess it's technically still binary. Is this a puzzle, or is this... I mean, I am pretty much done with the game. It's not like I was going... It's not like I was planning to sit here for as long as it takes to puzzle this out. So I guess if someone wants to give me a hint, even a big hint is fine. Because there's no real feedback from the game here. Put them in the right spots. Well, what if it's base 25 and there is some number? No. Well, yeah. See, I came back because I remember this puzzle being here and him saying, perhaps we cannot solve this now, but you never have an opportunity to backtrack, so it's not like... Is it really? That would be very unusual. Okay, so was there somewhere else in the game Was there somewhere else in the game that we see the answer? Oh, I got it. Okay, so there was somewhere else in the game that we could have found. Minos Brook. December 24th, 2020. Was that was one of the people? I don't recall how they died. Didn't look like there was an achievement either. It's just guess what? This is here. Lab at the end of chapter 5 with a photo on the table. I'm interested to go see it. Just real quick. I did jot down a 6-digit number, 761732, and then that never.
This is the evil.
That never mattered.
This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Eva.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny
There should have been an
single-cellular
achievement.
life. It can never
I'll check and
leave
see.
Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
Okay, so maybe one did pop up, but I just wasn't looking. Ribonuclease, you're not supposed to drink that. It's bad for you. There are a photo on the table. This is the only room, right? If I keep going, it's the end of the chapter. Oh, under the wallet. Okay. Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's tricky. Because you can't pick... Oh, you can pick it up. Never mind. Alright, so there was that. We just... Are we... 15 out of 15 achievements. Okay. 100%ed. Alright, well, we still got an hour, so I guess I'm gonna start up West of Loathing for anybody who wants to have a good chuckle.